My name is Daniel Brown. I'm an amateur boxer here at James Schuler's, and I've been boxing for about 2 years now. And my record is 16-3 with 13 knockouts.
My name is Dhafir Smith, professional fighter coming out of James Schuler's gym / trainer. I train on Daniel Brown that's going to the Olympic trials December 4th.
Dan, when did you decide that you actually wanted to be a competitive boxer?
Yeah, I always liked fighting since I was a little kid, but I actually never really had the money to join a gym. So when I got older, I wanted to take the opportunity and do it because I didn't want to have regrets and never being able to do it. So I just started about, 2021.
And then, so how did you find or select James Schuler's boxing gym?
I went on Google, looked up best boxing gyms in Philly, and James Schuler's was like the first one to pop up. So I came through, met everybody, and I liked the energy and the vibe of the gym. So I stayed.
Dhafir Smith, when did you start at Schuler's boxing gym?
I started at James Schuler's gym in 1994. I was 12 years old, and it's always been a family gym for me. My trainer, Percy Custis, always been a dad to me and my trainer. And now I'm just giving back to the up-and-coming fighters in here.
You became a coach around the same time Dan became a fighter. So was Dan your first fighter?
I had a couple fighters, but he was the one that was more consistent and was willing to learn and was willing to take all the information I was willing to give him.
Okay.
Because I mean, sometimes, in this short amount of times, fighters don't end up being known like that. He's very known all over. Everybody know who he is. Everybody wants to come see him fight. Everybody want to see him fight. So it's special right now, and I really think that he can go to the Olympics 2024. The last fighter we had to come out of James Schuler's gym that made it to the Olympics, actual Olympics, was Rock Allen.
So what else do you do outside of boxing, and how do you fit it into a schedule? Like, how do you actually attain that type of schedule? Because I understand that you have.
Yeah, so outside of boxing, I work at an elementary school, basically doing everything and anything there, maintenance. And then also on the side, I train at I help coach people at a fitness gym, just to, make ends meet. But really, I've been kind of molding my life so that I can put it more around boxing.
How do you maintain the strength to continue maintaining such a hectic schedule?
I maintain the strength just because I see the goal. I see the vision. So it's like I know how hard we work. I know what I'm capable of. And just every fight, you gain a little bit more confidence, a little bit more experience. And it's delayed gratification. You work hard now so that you can have the reward that you want in the future.
Okay. We see how much of a blessing Dan is, as well as how quickly this thing turned around within a year. Can you give me just your feelings about that?
It's great. I mean, it wasn't great in the beginning because he was a little hard listener in the beginning. I remember one day we trained, he might have did 1,000 jumping jacks and 500 push-ups from him not listening. But as he kept going, coming here every day, he kept getting better and better, willing to learn, and I was willing to teach him. And I had a goal. I wanted him to get 10 amateur fights so he can be able to go open class in the Golden Gloves, so he can be able to be open and go to the national championship. So that was my goal. I had got him to I believe 8-2 at the time when he entered the Golden Gloves. He went all the way to the finals and ended up making it to the Olympic trials.
The three characteristics I think everybody would need to be a good boxer is definitely patience, discipline, and intelligence. So intelligence, just being able to really execute the game plan, outthink somebody, go in there and not just, trying to brawl, but actually, be intentional with what you're trying to do. Discipline, just really following through. So if you say you're going to run this many miles, run that many miles. You know, if you get hit in the fight, not just, you know, losing your temper, losing your cool, but actually staying disciplined and keeping to the game plan that you have. And then patience. I remember when I first came to the gym, I was in the mirror for probably like 6 months, you know, going forward and back, jab, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And it's easy to get frustrated because you're not sparring, you're not moving forward, but you gotta have the patience because it's like, you gotta build that foundation.
Let me ask you this. You said in the beginning about intellect. So how is it when you have a game plan and you're learning how to box, right? How is it that you're able to do everything all at once? Like do the body movements correctly, execute the shot, and block or avoid someone else's shot? Like was that frustrating for you in the beginning, and how did you get past that? Or really, what was your experience like being able to execute all that you've learned?
That's interesting. I feel like I say is sometimes it's like things are either like in you or on you. So if I learn a new skill today, like if I go into the ring, I might not be able to do that skill like perfectly because it's not really in me. It's not something that I fully learned. It's just something that's on me. But that's why I feel like the patience really comes in, because you have to take the time to do it 1,000 times, you know, over and over and over. And once you keep doing it, then it's really in you. So when it's like blocking a jab, we practice that so much that it's like second nature. You don't even really have to think about it. You practice your stance and your feet so much that you don't even have to think about it. So that's where both of those work together, being patient so that it can become second nature. You know, you practice it so much it becomes second nature, and then when you're in the ring, you don't even have to think about it.
Is there any other aspects to boxing that it has affected your life in a positive way?
Yeah, boxing has definitely affected my life in a lot of ways. So of course, physically, you know, just changing the way you eat, not drinking, smoking, any of that. But then also, it gives you just a certain level of confidence, like knowing what you're capable of, always being able to push yourself. So it's like, it kind of gives you a mindset, if you say you're going to do it, you achieve it. Because it's just so many times, you know, like you say, okay, I got to lose this amount of pounds. You go ahead and lose it. You win this fight, and you actually make it happen. So it gives you a confidence in yourself that I really feel like affects your whole life more than just being in the gym.
What is Dhafir like as a coach?
He's always there. Always there. I just really appreciate just if you have to be out in the morning, if you have to drive 3 hours for a fight, if you know you have to work out at night, just like there's been so many times where like I had to work, so I couldn't work out in the gym, so we went somewhere else and worked out in the park for a couple hours, or you know, staying out there with you while you have to run, or you know, like I said, traveling 3-4 hours with you to a fight. He's always there. So he's really dedicated to all of us fighters, for sure.
Tell me how you feel about preparing for the Olympic trials. What are you looking forward to in the Olympic trials? Tell me some feeling about it. Yeah.
In preparing for the Olympic trials, it's exciting. It's like a dream come true. Just first going to the nationals and seeing the level and the competition, and just seeing that like everything we learn here in the gym is top of the line. It's like, I feel like everything we learned prepared us fully for everything that we saw in the ring. So just knowing that it's time to take it to the next level, that the level of competition is going to be a little bit higher, so you got to get, you know, a little bit better, and we're going to leave basically no stone unturned in getting ready for it.